Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. It's Dom with My Three Fords. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the aux switches and a camera for the front of the Bronco. So you might ask, why would I need a camera for the front of the Bronco? And because with wheeling, going over hill crests and stuff, you really can't see what is beyond, like when you're in a 20 or 30%, or not percent, 20 or 30 degree hill, then you go over, all you see is sky, right? Until you crest it, and then by that time it could be too late. You could be running into something, or there could be like a directional change after the hill or something. Most of the hills that I've been over haven't been an issue, but you never know if there's a tree there or something like that, the tree stump or whatever. So I thought it would be a good idea to get the camera, so I went on one of the forums and asked about, cameras, and of course a lot of the comments came, oh, you should have gotten the Lux package, or you should have gotten the high package, or whatever, for the 360 camera thing, which, sounds really cool, but I didn't feel like paying $2,700 or $4,600 for those two packages, or for, either one. You don't have to get both, one includes the other one. But so when I buy vehicles, I try to buy just what I want to buy. I would like all vehicles to be a la carte, but Ford does a pretty good job with the Bronco, allowing certain people to buy what they want out of a Bronco. And so I did get a Badlands, so I feel like I got all the goodies, but I didn't want to get the fluff stuff. And if you like that stuff, I'm not, this is not a judgment on you, it's just that's your thing. This is my thing. I want to save that kind of money for other stuff. And so I could have gotten those packages, but then it would have cost me an enormous amount of money. So I ended up getting, after some suggestions, I ended up getting a backup camera that was wireless, and you can see a picture of the wireless, camera here. It's not as wireless as one might have thought. And so I guess the wireless part is the antennas, communicate from the camera to the monitor, but it still has to be powered. So since it still has to be powered, I have to go through the firewall, or I could use one of the aux switches, and the monitor is just a plug-in to the 12-volt jack or whatever. So that's pretty cool. So I can keep the monitor in here, and what I'm going to show you is how the aux switches work in general, and how I hooked up the one particular switch to aux switch 5. But I'll go over in general to try to give a better explanation than maybe what I've seen on the internet so far about how to use the aux switches. So I'll get into that right now, and you guys can see. Okay, folks, so these are the switches right here. These are all the wires that go to the switches right here. So there's 6. The big yellow one being the 30 amp, which is aux 1. I can't remember which one's aux 2, and then the other 3 through 6 are all 10 amp. Aux 2 is a 15 amp. So we're going to focus on today the blue and orange one. That goes to the camera here. The power on the camera is the red, and then the black is the ground, which is right here. And I could probably do a better job with my tape, tape jobs. But, I heat shrinked most of them, but this one I didn't, just because the wire is so small that I just was kind of concerned about that. But these were heat shrinked and taped. So while I was here, I also decided to run aux 6, which is orange and yellow, to the violet and gray, which goes to the hood, as you can see in this diagram, okay? And I fished that out and then retaped it and fished it back in, but that actually does work. And we tested that. So here's the thing though, you can attach these wires to anything you want. So you don't have to attach aux 6 to the front grille. You can make it aux 3 if you want. Just attach the corresponding wire to that particular one. Then you have these 2 wires right here, okay, that are unused so far, and they go to the behind the glove compartment, and they power stuff there. And then there's another outlet, I believe, that goes that's fed up there at the top, okay? And then there's one in the rear passenger quarter panel that you can access too. And I think these would give you access to those. You have to connect some other wires. But you could connect these wires to any of these that you wanted to attach the switch. So each area of the car doesn't go to a particular aux switch. You can customize it or choose however you want to, you know, connect them. So, as mentioned before, you know, I do like to see where I'm going. So what we'll do is we'll turn on the vehicle. Okay, I don't think you need to turn it on to do this, but you can just hit this button right here. We have that plugged in. Then we get the monitor. There is no signal, but because we have the vehicle on, you can hit the aux switch 5, okay, and then you get an image. So there's no going through the firewall, making weird switches or anything like that. The switch is up there for the camera. The power's right there. This does come with a, you know, a mount or a stand or whatever. I just haven't figured out where I want to put it yet. So I'll have to figure that out eventually. But that way, I can do what I need to do. And then also, this is what the camera looks like right here. So you can see where I put it. It's kind of down low. And actually what I can do is I can angle this down or a little bit more up. If I want to see on the trails, it'll probably be angled down. And I put it on one of these Bronco bolts here, and then it's actually under one of the Bronco bolts there. It's pretty tight here, and this is pretty tight too, so I don't think it's going to come off. I mean, somebody could steal the thing, but they're only going to get half the camera, so I don't know what use that is for them. But anyway, that's the setup I wanted to do, and I can't wait till I get out on the trail to see how well it works, but I think it'll work pretty good. So that's kind of pointed down right there. But you get the idea. So that's it for today. If you liked the video, you know, give me a thumbs up if you would. And if you want to see more videos about the Bronco or my other 2 Fords that I have here, then you can hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching today. You guys have a great day. Bye.